What is up, degenerates? It is, what's today? Wednesday, November 5th. We had a green day today. A lot of green. We had a lot of red yesterday. I didn't do a video yesterday. Tuesday's my real busy day, so you won't see a lot of Tuesday videos, but I try to do every other day of the week. So, what do we got? Group 1 from Yieldmax declared yesterday. Those will pay tomorrow. And these are today's prices. Up, 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 up. Salty was down. Yesterday, they were all down. Salty was up. This is Group 1. Just want to highlight, some of the distributions that were declared. LFGY. What do you say? I mean, they're 88% yield based on their recent distribution. I averaged the last three, as you guys know, and with the current price, which is $46.90, they paid 57 cents, 58 cents, 55 cents. That's weekly. They're at 88% yield. Solid. I know a lot of you guys love it. That's why I cover it. Nothing else really going on. Salty's at 80% yield. Ulti has gone down. They were 10 cents for a while, 9 cents for a while. Now they're 8 cents last week and 7 cents this week. But the price is down. Ulti's at 466 a share. The yield is 94% based on that. So yes, the NAV has gone down, but the yields have gone down, but not as much as the NAV has gone down. This is Yieldmax, not Navmax. I keep hearing people complain, I bought this, it went down, I sold it, this sucks. These are long-term holds. You've got, and if you drip, it's even better. Your total return is better if you drip them. But 94% at 466. You can buy a ton of shares. I'm sorry, I'm on YMAG there. 466 a share, paying almost 8 cents. It's below 8. That'll pay tomorrow. I love Ulti. Reverse split it all you want. Reverse split, keep paying 80%, bring it down, reverse split it again, keep paying 80%. I have no problem with it. It's Navmax, not Navmax. It's Yieldmax. So, if you want NAV protection, I keep hearing people say they need to fix this, they need to protect the NAV better. No, they have funds for that. Biggie, Soxy, they've got Target 12s. They got Target 25s coming out. Invest in those. They're doing what they're designed to do. So, don't hate on them. Just, if you don't like them, sell them and get into something where there is NAV stability. There's plenty of funds. They'll pay a lower yield. I'm an income investor. Dividend Degenerates. That's the name of my channel. And that's what I do. So, anyway, enough rant for that. Group 2, which is their single stocks funds. We'll go over those. They declared this morning. They'll pay Friday. Abney went from 10 cents to 5 cents. That's not good. 57% yield. Again, average of the last three. AIYY, 3 cents to 3 cents, 72% yield. Again, it's a cheap fund, a little over $2 a share. AMDY, 23 cents to 12 cents, still 97% yield. AMZ, which is an Amazon fund, 20 cents to 29 cents. That is a 67% yield. Apple, which is Apple, 13 cents to 11 cents. That is a 44% yield. Bobo, I love Bobo. Bobo, I will help you, Bobo. Seinfeld reference. 25 cents to 15 cents. They got a pay cut. Still 81% yield. It's a $15 fund. Again, these are all weekly now. BRKC went from 15 cents to 14 cents. That is a 16% yield. That is the lowest yielder of Yieldmax. If you want NAV stability, they're at 46 bucks. In fact, let's look at a chart on BRKC. We'll go to Trade View. I do have the paid version, but there's a free version where you can see the charts. You just can't add a bunch of indicators and different watch lists. But let's do... Wi-Fi is slow. My audio has been terrible. Let me know if this is better. I have a new microphone. I took hours today to dial it in. So yeah, it's too slow. That's my Wi-Fi though. All right, we'll come back to that. But anyway, BRKC, $46 a share, averaging 15 cents per week, 16% yield. If you want safety on your NAV, that's a good one. Coney, I love Coney. Coney, hey, 13 cents to 8 cents, that's a cut, but it's still 72%. That's one of my biggest holdings. Considering moving that to something else end of the year, but I'll keep you posted on that. Circo on Circle. This is the biggest yielder based on the average of the last three and current price. They went $1.07, now 81 cents, but that's still a 125% yield. So Circo wins the Yieldmax yields. Crash only paid 4 cents, but guess what? That's 69% yield. It's a cheaper fund. That's a short Tesla fund. Carvani averages 50 cents, 80% yield. They were up in the hundreds for a long time. Dips, Nvidia short fund, 4 cents, 4 cents, averages 4 cents, 44% yield. Again, if you're bearish on the market, these inverse funds are great. I'll get to Fiat because that's the only one I own. Winter looks really good. Thinking about that, but we'll see. Dizzo on Disney went from 8 cents to 7 cents. That's 36% yield. Dre, which is on DraftKings, 33 cents to 36 cents. Got a little raise. 82% yield for you degenerate sports gamblers out there. Phoebe. We got to talk about Phoebe. The last three payments, 13 cents, 15 cents, declared today 1 cent. Now, is that a typo? I don't know. I've inquired about that and have not gotten a response, so I'm putting 1 cent in. Meta's been down, and again, I can't pull a chart up because it's not loading. But Meta's been down. It gapped way down after not their earnings, but they're spending a lot of money on AI or something, and it showed on their balance sheet. So it kind of looks like a loss, but I don't know. You guys hit the comments. Let me know. But anyway, I put that 1 cent in. Still averaging 10 cents, 40% yield. Fiat, this is an inverse on Coinbase. 3 cents, 4 cents. Last two. 87% yield. You think 4 cents, that's no good. It's $2.59 a share to buy it. So I love Fiat. I drip Fiat. I'm just stacking the shares. I don't add new money to it. But I love Fiat. And I'm thinking about winter. We'll get to that. GDXY is the gold miners fund. 14 cents, 13 cents, 48% yield. Gamey, which is on GameStop. What are they at? 53 cents, 49 cents. That's a 63% yield based on the average of the last three. GUI, 13 cents to 28 cents. Big raise. 75% yield based on the last three. Let's go down a little. HIYY, 75 cents to 59 cents, but that's still a 95% yield. Hui, they've been solid. They're way up since launch in NAV, and they're paying $1.34, $1.25 last two, 89% yield. So that's a good one if if you're all about the NAV. I'm not. I'm all about the yield. JPMO, safer fund, 13 cents, 15 cents. That's 38% yield. Maro, 33 cents to 29 cents, 114% yield. Murney, some of you hate Murney. I own Murney. I bought Murney a while back when it was degenerate yields, in the 120s, and I drip it. I don't add new money to it, but 3 cents, 2 cents, that's 88% yield. It's a cheap fund, $1.50 as of the close today. MSFO Microsoft, 11 cents, 9 cents, that's a 29% yield. Misty, a lot of you hate on Misty, 19 cents, 16 cents, 98% yield. They're paying more than they're dropping in NAV. And if you drip it, it's even better as far as total return. So again, you hate on Misty because it's dropped. And I see people say Misty's down X amount. They're not calculating how much they've received in distributions. You calculate that in, it's not down. So that's how these work. They're Yieldmax, not Navmax. Anyway, Nefli, 12 cents, 42% yield. Nvidia, 31 cents they declared today. That's huge. Again, these pay on Friday, 65% yield. OARC, 14 cents to 7 cents, 60. Platy, again, way up in NAV from launch. $1.24, $1.21 were the last two, 88% yield. PayPal, 13 cents, 11 cents, 60% yield. Robly, 50 on Roblox, 50 cents, 46 cents. That's a 78% yield. Ready on Reddit, $3 to 59, but still a 98% yield. Simsi, they had the biggest yielding distribution if you just count, their declaration and their current price. I averaged 3, so you get a little bit broader picture. They went from 25 cents to 33 cents. They are now 104% yield. Snowy, 31 cents to 25 cents, 79% yield. Tesla, 11 cents to 14 cents. I like that because I own a lot of Tesla, 88% yield. And again, Tesla, if you want to talk about reverse splits, Tesla did a reverse split. And, and it's come down again since that. They're still paying the yield. As long as it doesn't go to zero, which I don't see that happening. As long as Tesla doesn't go to zero, I don't see that happening. Reverse split all you want. These funds, they're regular stock where, like I think GE reverse split years ago because the company was struggling. These aren't struggling. That they're paying you out of the NAV and, more than they're dropping. So keep it coming. I don't care. Reverse split Alti, reverse split Murney, fine with me. Reverse split, keep paying. That's all I care about. Keep paying. TSMY, 15 cents, 17 cents. That's 70%. Winter. We got to talk about winter. They are short MicroStrategy. Again, I won't call it strategy. 59 cents now 73 cents. 65-cent average, 101% yield. If you own Misty and Winter, it's not a one-to-one hedge, but it's a nice hedge. You're going to get paid on both sides. One nav will go up, one nav will go down. It's a good pair. And I'm considering pairing all of the inverse funds with the actual long funds. But we'll see. Zomo, ExxonMobil, 8 cents, 5 cents, 32%. Not excited about oil right now. XYZY used to be Squee, if you guys remember. Square, and now it's, I think, called Block. 15 cents to 8 cents, 72% yield. YBit, 13 cents to 7 cents, 55% yield. YQs, 4 cents, 4 cents. Last three, 4 cents, 4 cents, 4 cents. And change. The average is 5, 19% yield. And that's a short NASDAQ fund. So if you're bearish, that you may want to look at that. Anyway, Yieldmax as a whole today was up 0.42%. Not a lot, but way better than yesterday. Guys, yesterday was a bloodbath. The underlyings were up 0.92, so they captured 45% of that. Not great, but when things are down, they didn't capture the whole downside. So that's what you got to figure. As a whole, they average 69, almost 70% yield if you own all of them. So I have no problems with Yieldmax. And if you do, sell them, get out, get into they have target 12s, they have target 25s coming. Just collect your 25% and don't complain. Anyway, Roundhill, declared a couple. Let me zoom this. What did they do today? I think they're Wednesday decks. Yeah. They're index funds. XDTE was up 0.36. SPX was up 0.37. They captured almost all of that. And these are 0 DTE. QDTE, which is they didn't capture as well. 58% of that gain, but a lot of green here. We like green. That was it on the NASDAQ, by the way. RDTE on the Russell, 1.24. The Russell was up 1.54. They captured 80%. That's what we like. 80%, 75 to 80% or more. We'll take it. On the downside, they'll only capture 75 to 80% of the downside. So we like that. So those three. Let's see. XDE went from 25 cents to 21 cents, 26% yield. QDTE went from 23 to 20, 31% yield. RDTE 24 to 22 cents. Again, these are weekly, 37% yield. Tomorrow, Maggie declares. They trade on Mag 7. We'll see about that. And then Friday, all the single stock Roundhill funds will declare. The big ones, as of now, ARMW, brand new. They've only paid once. 116% yield. Who else declared today? Defiance declared today. Let me zoom in so you can see that. And let me know how the audio is. I worked my booty off to see if I could get this. It was staticky, and I fixed the static, but it was echoing. So let me know. Static, echo. Defiance did their single stocks today. No, they did yesterday. And I didn't do a video, but I'm not going to cover those. I will cover SMCC, which is SMCI tanked today. SMCI was down 11%. Defiance SMCC was down twice that, 23%. And that's why, again, for you Yieldmax haters, this is Yieldmax is kind of 1-to-1. Defiance uses 1 to 2 times leverage, so to speak. They try to capture 1 to 2 times of the gain when they go up, but when they go down, they capture 1 to 2 times. So again, they're all different. I don't hear any complaints about Defiance or Roundhill or RecShares is different, but I don't hear the complaints. It's all Yieldmax. Yieldmax sucks. No, they don't. They're doing what they're designed to do, and so is Defiance. They went down twice as much. But let's talk about what they declared today. SMCC still declared. They went from 54 to 51 cents, 171% yield. Come on. I mean, you lost some NAV, you gain 171%. So, annualized, of course. QLDY is the lightning spread on the Nasdaq. They were up 0.59. Nasdaq up 0.72. They captured 81% of that gain. They pay twice a week. They're solid. 19 cents, 19 cents, 19 cents. 40% yield. So if you want a little bit more consistency, maybe that's the one to go to. I do not. I'm a degenerate. So the gold fund, GLDY, was up 1.33. Spider Gold was up 1.16, so they captured more than that. IWMY, I do own one of the first funds I bought. I haven't added to it in a long time. I drip it. They captured 36% of the Russell. QQQY on the Nasdaq captured 71% of the gain. USOY, U.S. Oil Fund, only captured 16% of the loss. So that's good. And WDTE on the it's a target 30 on the S&P. Did they pay 30? They're at 33%. Lowest yielder of Defiance, but that's what they're supposed to do. You gotta. None of this is financial advice. You got to do research, understand how the funds work. Talk to a financial advisor if you have to. They're all different. They're all great. Just don't. I buy the yield, but I understand the funds and I understand the strategy. Don't buy, for example, a Misty or Ulti. Those are big hated on funds. Don't buy those and let it, see it go down certain percent and say, this sucks. Look at what they're paying you. And that outpaces the drop in NAV. If you factor dividends in, distributions, not technically dividends, you're ahead almost all the time. I am on all of them. My total return is up on all of them. But I drip. So I just reinvest whatever they pay me back into that fund. And, I'm loving it. So anyway, distros on those that declared today, which was Wednesday. X-Date's tomorrow. Payday is Friday. GLDY went from 22 to 16. That's 63% yield. IWMY 24, 22, 16. I don't like that. They've been pretty consistent, but it did drop. But they're still at 51%, and it's been 50%, forever. So no problem there. QQQY, which is again the NASDAQ target 30. They're paying 39%. 21, 18, 16 are their last 3 cents. USOY, which is US oil, 8 cents, 8 cents, 7 cents, 58% yield. And again, WDTE, which is the S&P target 30, 23, 20, 19, dropped a little, still 33% yield. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. They're all different. They all have different strategies. If you've got to like the underlying, whether it's an index or a single stock, and you've got to like the strategy. I like the strategy on all of them. They're all different. Some have a little more leverage. Some, like Yield Boost, Granite shares, they just do credit put spreads. Totally capped on the upside. But we've been in a bull market. They've been paying bank. When things go down, they don't go down as much because they have the protective put in place. So they're just all different. You've got to understand what you're investing in. This is not financial advice. Sorry I'm ranting, but I'm tired of seeing just the hate on it's all Yieldmax. Yieldmax sucks. Yieldmax sucks. No, they don't. They're doing what they're supposed to do. It's maximum yield. That's the name of the company. And hang in there, guys. Hit me up on X. I'm at Div Degenerates on X. Give me a comment. Hit the like. You know the drill. And we'll talk again probably tomorrow. Hopefully the audio is good on here. Let me know. Static and echo, because I fixed a static and then it echoed and then I had to fix that and then it's static again. So it's been a process. Anyway, have a great day, great evening, and we'll talk again probably tomorrow.